Sit down.
Mate, we're in. We're in.
We're in.
Okay, good. How you been, brother? All right?
I'm good. You know, still deployed, still training. It's been a challenge to put content out consistently.
Has it?
Yeah, it has. Number one, the connectivity. In some of the places that I go, it's not like I just come home and connect to Wi-Fi and upload it. There's certain like places where I have to go and connect to Wi-Fi and kind of like on my own free time, sit and wait for a video to upload. And it's good because it kind of shows you that as long as you try to plan your day and you understand time management and it's important to you, you're gonna get things done.
100%.
You might have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep, or you might have to, wake up earlier, go to bed later. But I'm doing it. That's the important thing. And
I'm doing exactly the same thing. One man show over here.
Yeah.
You got to get it done. You find time.
Yeah, you find time, and the connection. Even though I'm trying to upload the videos and like scrambling, try to make a thumbnail, kind of learning about just the whole. I don't want to call it an industry, but there's like a science to putting out content and maybe cleaning up the thumbnails a little bit. My videos, the originality, that's not going to change.
Right.
How I train and all the raw stuff, that's not going to change. But a little pre-production and post-production of cleaning up the titles and working with the platform and engaging a wider audience. Some guy might not know a thing about it, but he might see a thumbnail that appeals to him, and then he's in it and now he's training. Or he might not click it because the thumbnail looks like trash and it's like a blurry picture of me sweating.
There is a science to it, though. Like there is, like, it's a whole. It's like you said, it is an industry. It is an industry.
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out myself as well, and it's just a tweak here or a different color there. It could make all the difference. You just don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know because you're competing against a person's attention, and there's so much background noise on these platforms. There's advertisements and suggested videos, and a person has only so much time to click. What's gonna make him click your. I know I'm not the only fitness guy on YouTube, obviously. So what makes people drawn to actually kind of get them into the program? Because I know once they see the videos, they're gonna be pretty engaged. I don't think I've ever had a issue of retaining an audience or keeping an audience engaged. It's about kind of getting them to come into the community, and once they do, they see that this is a really cool community. It's grown a lot too. Man, I think
since the last time you were on, it's probably gone up by about 70,000.
Probably something like that.
Most of the stuff you've already said, we're going to cover on like in the questions that I've got for you anyways. So
sure.
Yeah, we can get into it. Yeah. I just wanted to say hi, mate, because we haven't spoken in ages properly, and I've been keeping an eye on everything, and I'm so happy for you, mate. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I seen you getting into YouTube and doing some podcasts. A little bit here and I don't follow a lot of people. I do follow actually the two other guys that I've done a podcast with, just because
that's how it goes.
Yeah, I like their attitude and the people that they bring on. So I try to listen here and there, and really that's it. But I've seen you. I wanted to tell you, I seen you skipping rope. and you're pretty good.
Oh, cheers, mate. Cheers. We'll keep all of this in now.
Yeah,
No, I love it.
because I skip. But you're pretty good. You got the crossovers, and you got a pretty light rope though, right? It looks like a really good fluid rope.
It's a speed rope, mate. They're about seven pounds, like about $10 on Amazon for one of those things, and they're phenomenal for hit
So I
training.
bought
Go on.
yeah. So I think we have like a 1 or 2 second delay. So I'm gonna pause every time because I don't want to keep cutting you off because there's a delay for sure.
Yeah, there is.
So I got the company Crossrope. Have you ever heard of them?
I have.
So I bought Crossrope. Yeah, if Crossrope you're listening, hey, this is a free shout out. Really good ropes. They have different weights too.
Oh, really?
So I got yeah, they have. You got to check them out. Really good quality ropes too. Really sturdy. They have I use a 1/4 pound rope and a 1/2 pound rope.
Really?
Yeah, and that's a game changer. So you're definitely not going to be able to go as fast as you were going. With the 1/4 pound rope, you could still do the crisscrosses, but you're gonna definitely feel it in your shoulders.
I was gonna say,
and
yeah.
your wrists. And actually, hold on, I got it. I'm gonna show you.
All right, cool.
Right now.
Yeah, nice.
So they got really good handles too. I don't know if you
Okay.
can see.
Oh, fantastic.
And so the handles are part of the system, and then the rope, it clips off the handles, so you could switch the ropes.
So you can change the weight.
You could change the weight, so you could switch up your workouts. Like maybe I'll do one round with a heavier rope, and then the other round with a lighter rope, and give it a contrast of speed. So
Love that.
they're really good and really good quality. Yeah, cross rope, really good. I do a lot of active recovery when I skip rope. I use that as my active recovery, or maybe a lighter type of cardio. I'll just do a basic boxer's workout. I'll do 12 rounds, 3 minutes on. And now I don't like to rest a minute. I rest 30 seconds in between a round and then hit 3 minutes again.
That's what I do. I do 3-minute rounds. I do 10, and I try to do them at the pace of the videos you probably have seen, and that's a 30-second rest. I'm thinking about bringing the rest down though, because obviously there's no weight there. It's literally just it's just plyometric movement. So I'm thinking about cutting that down to 20 seconds, but doing the 3-minute rounds. Still a great sweat because you keep a really good pace going through the whole entire sort of 30 minutes of work that you're doing. It's great.
Yeah, I also experimented with making longer rounds, like a 4-minute round or a 5-minute round.
Okay.
And cut the rounds down. So I'll do 6 5-minute rounds, and that makes a huge difference for 5 minutes.
That's work.
Yeah, so you're on your feet, I guess, longer, and you're moving longer. But skipping rope is great. It's such a good calorie burn. It'll lean you out really quick.
That's what I did. I like during lockdown, I was maintaining more than anything, and when I got back to the gym, I just threw the jump rope in, and that's what it did. It just started shredding off the calories, and it was great. It was great for that.
Yeah, I've never gotten away from old school like fitness. I've always liked jumping rope, medicine balls, kettle, nothing like fancy, like all that stuff like that. Like skip that wants to shed weight, if they skip rope for like 30 minutes a day, like before breakfast or something like that, you're gonna see such good results. It's such a calorie blast, and it's so simple too. And it's probably one of the most like best pieces of equipment you could have is a rope. You take it anywhere, and you could combine it with anything. You go skip rope and hit some push-ups and pull-ups or burpees. You could do it's so versatile that you could. I've done it everything. My favorite one of my friends, he's a boxer. He boxed at a Naval Academy, and he would do 15 rounds, 3 minutes of jump rope, 25 push-ups, 25 sit-ups, 25 squats in between the round for 15 rounds.
Fantastic.
Great workout. Yeah, and the conditioning and the calorie burn you get, and it's perfect. Or
Yeah,
I like actually doing pull-ups and dips with the jump rope.
It's just so versatile because you can, like you said, you can take it anywhere, and you can mix it in because it's so accessible. You can take it to literally like anything you want to do. I've done leg days where I'll supplement that in between the rounds. So it'll just be leg days, and then it'll be a bit of jump rope, until I'm ready to go back onto the machine or to the squat rack or something like that. So you can use it. I love it. Other than a kettlebell, it's my favorite piece of equipment.
Yeah, and why not have both, right?
That's it. That basically made up my lockdown. Other than July when I jumped on the burpee challenge with you. So talk to me, so what? I'll do some editing and we'll get all this together, right? So talk to me, because when we spoke, 2.5, 3 months ago, something like that?
It was probably more than that.
Yeah, it probably was, actually. Yeah, it probably was. This year's just like that. You had a community already, but since then, your YouTube has completely blown up. You've been on an absolute tear in terms of producing content, and the folks that are following you and part of your community they are fiercely loyal and fiercely in the trenches with you. Like, it is a badge of honor to post a video that gets shared on your stories now, right? It's like let's get involved. Let's get involved. Can you just speak to me about this community that you've built, the people that you've come in contact with, and just reflect on that, because it's been a crazy year for you.
It has, and it moved pretty quickly, and it really started to snowball after the July challenge. After I said we're gonna do burpees for a month, and people started jumping on, and I guess it's word of mouth and the consistency of the content, and then people posting and then telling their friends, and then their friends seeing them on my story, and it continued to grow. The community itself is really great. I can't even put the community into a category, because we have people from all different countries, different ages and different sexes and religions, and there's no criteria or set people that follow me. It's everybody and anybody you could think of, from hometown USA to people in Tibet and Rwanda and the Ivory Coast, and I get messaged. It's insane. It's insane. I got somebody messaged me from Zimbabwe and said, like, yeah, I've been hitting Navy SEALs in the dirt, and I'm like, more power to you, and this is, and I think what I think that's what the community is growing, because everybody could relate to each other, because it doesn't matter where you are, you could still do the same kind of training. It's not like, and once again, I'm not knocking like commercial fitness gyms. That's just not my style. But if somebody posts, of them doing a workout, and they have, a barbell, a kettlebell, a wall ball, a box jump, this and rings and that, there's so many people that could probably relate to that and do that same workout if they're signed up to a gym. But a lot of people can't. So I think it's a little bit off-putting, but like, yeah, that's cool to watch, but I can't try it.
Yeah.
But what I show in my community that we train, I said, it takes out the excuses behind everything. It says you can do it, because I've been posting videos in between my rack and my bed with a little mat, and I've been, getting it everywhere and anywhere. And I think that's what really brings the community together, because they could all talk about it and they could all share. There's guys posting right now, in Europe, it's snowing. There's guys that's posting them doing training in the snow. There's people posting, them doing it on the beach. You name it, wherever they are, they're training. People doing it in their house with their kids running around.
I've
It's
seen I've seen guys with their sweaters on the snow. I've seen guys where it's dark. Like I posted a video myself the other day where I was doing my burpees and it was pitch black. It was about 5:30 a.m. But I've seen guys pitching it. It looks like it's midnight. It's freezing cold. And
truck stops.
your video that you released not too long ago was bang on the money, because you're like, oh well, what do I do? What do I do if I don't have the equipment? It's like, go find it. Go find a way to do it. If you're gonna do it, then the excuses should be removed. There's a way for you to do it if you want to do it. Save obviously being injured or something like that.
Right. Yeah. There's a way, and there's there's a will. There's a way. And these guys figure out, and girls, they figure out how to train. And I love when they post and they share their videos. That's honestly my favorite part. When I open my phone and I see, mention you in the story on Instagram, and it's like a list that goes on forever. And I try to share as much as I can. Honestly, I do. I wish I could share every single one. It's just impossible.
I bet.
Sometimes.
I bet.
But that's what I think keeps it going. And I think that's what's strong about the community, because if you look on my social media, especially like Instagram, it's maybe like 10% of me and 90% of people training that I continue to post, because that's it. And that's how I want it to be, because it's always been about taking what I know, taking what I think I'm pretty good at, and sharing it to others, and they could share, because if you got something good, don't hold on to it. Pass it on, because somebody's going to find value in it. As long as somebody finds value in it, and it's helped people out, and it's going to continue to help people out, because I think one of also the most important things in the community is that people now answer questions for me. Okay, people ask, what's a Navy SEAL? What is an 8-count bodybuilder? Why do you do the stomach strike?
Yeah.
Blah, blah. And people, that's what I think separates us from the community, is that I know people will speak on my behalf, and I know that the knowledge and information they're passing is valid, because they are in a way committed, and they're loyal members of the community, and they're not going to say some nonsense to a new beginner, or they're not going to tell them something like, oh, you're dumb, go figure it out, or
That's right.
go watch a video.
That's right.
They take.
Your community is very inclusive. That's what I love about what you've created. Is you've created this inclusivity that everybody's welcome. There's, and I think we mentioned this on the last time we spoke, but there's a threshold, and the threshold is just don't bullshit around, don't make any excuses, just get in, do the work, and be consistent, and that's effectively it. And when you get like-minded people, and they establish this community, when you get people that come into that community, they're nurtured. They're not excluded. This isn't a vanity project. It's something that is, going to change people's lives if they get involved. And if they kind of live by these, these tenets almost, this ethos that the community has. And, ultimately you're responsible for building that, dude. So it's an amazing achievement.
Yeah. I don't want to take all responsibility for building it. It's really just, I think the load is spread out now throughout, some really good members that are consistent. And we also launched a Facebook page. It's called the Iron Wolf Pack. And it's more where people could actually go more in a community and actually talk, and people are posting things about the current challenge that's going on, and there's a lot more Q&A and involvement than you could get on Instagram. And
yes,
it's going, and this is the direction that this has been my vision now, and for it to slowly come into fruition, and to have so many people on board, it's really humbling, and I'm really grateful that people listen when I talk. I think that's really important, is they really listen, and I could feel they listen and they take in what I say, because then they come back and they they tell me that, hey, you said something about, nutrition, or you said something about your hand placement or breathing. I tried it and it really works. Thank you. Or, hey, you answered a question. I get a lot of younger guys that are trying to join the armed forces around the world, just in
Right.
general. They ask specific questions about, specifically about running and fitness tests and, how to prepare. And I really try to answer a lot of those questions because I wish I would have knew some of that stuff going in. So to have that kind of outlet.
And you can shorten that learning curve for these guys.
Yeah. And then guys that are coming back after graduating boot camp or passing a selection and saying like, hey, this was a lot easier because I started training, or I listened to the advice and we're dying the training. I was okay. Like, and I made it. And then thank you for that. So to me, that's really cool to me.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, that's what really kind of got me started when I found you, and got involved in the challenge in July. It was just a no nonsense approach that you had that kind of resonates with me, that I don't think enough people either are exposed to or have had growing up. But I enjoy that kind of direct, it's on you approach to things. So for me, it was just like, okay, this guy's just about the work. And then obviously when you see these 2-hour videos, hour and a half videos of you just going nonstop like a maniac, then I'm just like, okay, well, let me give this a shot. It was fantastic. And that's why I jumped on July with you. And as you just said, sort of July is how this whole thing started to snowball out of control. And then now you've just released the December challenge.
Yeah. So before, after July, we also had the September challenge too, which was, and I think it slowly built. So, because July was very simple. It was like, hey, pick a number between, 1, 2, 3, 500 burpees, any variations, do them every day for a month. That's going to build the habit of training and holding yourself accountable because you committed. Then September came around, and September I added a little bit more variety. We still did the burpees. We added a lot of calisthenics to it and running. And there was five or six different workouts for the month, but they repeated. So Monday through Friday was the same, but it was, every week was the same workout. So there's a little bit more variety, and that now introduced people to how to incorporate high rep burpees into training. So you're working your legs, your core, you're throwing in pull-ups and dips, and you're really building a good solid foundation. And now we rolled into a December challenge. I released 3 different types of programs. It was a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So first, I only was going to do the advanced one. Honestly, that was my plan. I made, because every day is different for this month, and it's 100% free. I put it out there. I said, hey guys, if you wanna check this out, go ahead. If you want to support the channel, do or you don't. The workout is still there for you regardless.
Yeah.
And I think that's very fair with the training plan for people to have access to. But then I was like, you know what? I know people are going to ask, if this is too much volume, how do I cut it down? How do I adjust it? So I decided to make a beginner and intermediate one as well for people to use. And
let me ask you a quick question. What percentage of people are actually doing the advanced one, do you reckon?
Let's see. I'd say probably about 10%.
Yeah.
I think about 10%.
I saw the beginner one, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. And sometimes I got to reel it back in and say like, hey, remember when you started, and these numbers might be intimidating.
It's true.
Because it's easy to forget where you came from, because I've been training for years, and this is business as usual for me. And I'm immersed in this is my life now. I can't imagine not doing this stuff. I've dedicated so many hours and reps, and just almost like my mind is like revolves around a form of training, reading about training, watching training, or
Yeah, you're
giving
all in.
advice to train about others. Yeah. But going back to the December challenge, yes. So I released it, and I wanted to show people how I actually train, because the December challenge it's almost identical to how I would train. Of course, I love burpees, and there's a lot of burpees in the December challenge, but they're programmed in as actual workouts, so it doesn't get stagnant and boring as well. And there's a really good balance between one day doing a full burpee workout, then burpees with squats and legs and dips. And I've combined a lot of the workouts that I put on YouTube, and it's all consolidated into a full training plan that's spread out throughout the month. So you're not doing the same workout. There's no same workout repeats in the month of December. It's all different workouts with an incorporated rest day. Yeah, and there's an incorporated rest day on Sunday where you stretch, you refuel, rehydrate, get in the mindset. I think that one rest day is very important when you're doing so much high volume, where you take a little break, and then you hit the week hard again, because your intensity level, and you're going to be eager to come back to training, and you're ready for the week too. So I really wanted to put in that rest day for people as well, which if people want to know, I'm also going to be taking an active rest day. An active rest day, which for me honestly is I like to do like a very light cardio, maybe like a jog. Maybe I'll skip rope for a little bit to stay loose, but I'm not doing any kind of hard resistance. I'm not doing no burpees or pull-ups on my rest day.
Okay, so the engagement on the December challenge, you're 4 days in now. How's it going so far with the engagement? It must be through the roof.
It's great. The engagement is great. People are posting a lot now on our Facebook page, and they're sharing their little clips, and it's everywhere too on Instagram. People are sharing it. They're motivating each other.
So good.
Of course, people are saying they're already sore. It's like 4 days in. People are like, I don't know how I'm gonna finish. This is like, the week is not even the week ain't even finished, and I'm cooked. And that could be from either having a bit of an ego and doing too many reps than your fitness level, or not paying attention to proper recovery or diet.
Yeah, biting like off more than you can chew can definitely shock the system. I found that out when I started doing July, but it was great because what you were saying about where you come from versus where you end up is I started doing 100 a day and ended up at 300 a day.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. That's really the cool thing about calisthenics and burpees in general. You build up really quickly, and your fitness level rises very quickly because you're consistently working your whole body. So it's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. Your body comes under stress, and then it's forced to adapt, and then almost like your body craves it. You have to do it, or you just don't feel right. And that's where you take advantage of the gains that you have. And also training smart is then, once you peak, or, you're doing your, 300 reps now, to maybe, back off a little bit and let your body get used to the gains, let your joints and ligaments get used to the volume, because your muscles adapt a lot more quickly than your joints and your wrists, your knees. That stuff takes time to build up. Muscles recover quickly. 24 hours, your muscles are recovered with proper nutrition and hydration. You're going to be fine. Yeah. But it's all the tendons and stuff that you need to train smartly and really listen to your body, because you'll outpace them.
Yes, it's so true. with my shoulder here with the burpees is what I found, and that was simply just a consistency of reps issue. I was going down on one side harder than the other. Quick correction. Okay, good to go. So it's so
Yeah.
true. But you surprise yourself with the volume and the advancement in your, especially your cardio, your lungs, your wind is so improved, and it happens noticeably quick. It's really interesting. So with the training programs, we've gone from sort of basic, a little bit more comprehensive, to now sort of a full spec workout. Is this training, producing training programs? Is this something that you're obviously, keeping up the challenges and things like that? Is this something that you're planning on doing continuously into the future?
I am, and maybe it'll progress into maybe a 3-month plan. I don't know. I'm doing it because people ask me to do it, and they like it.
Okay.
So I said I would do it, and then I kept my word, and I took time out and built this thing, and it was important to me because the community was asking for it. I see that it helps people, and I really enjoy watching people grow and get better. And it's not really hard for me, honestly. I'm not gonna sit there and pretend like, like I'm slaving away writing these programs and making things more complex than it is. That's BS. It did take time to kind of formulate it, but I enjoyed doing it, and I really wanted to structure something and show people that if you follow this the right way, don't just cherry pick workouts, like, I don't feel like it, but like, I'm gonna go to the pub instead.
Yeah.
But if you commit to the training, you do the proper warm up and recovery and stretching, you clean up your diet, and you stick with the plan the way it's meant to be, you will see results.
Without a doubt.
And that's what I wanted to convey to people.
And I love the
and
fact
I know you're not
that
going to get 100% retention.
Yeah, no. And I love the fact that you've given them away for free. That you've just said, here, this is for the community. A lot of people in this game are snake oil salesmen, and they try to make a buck off of everybody and every follower and every view and everything like that. And the fact that you've just come out and said, here, and it's not just one, here's a beginner, here's an intermediate, here's an advanced. Like, if you want to support this cause, if you want to support this community, there's ways to do that. But this stuff here, this information, this medicine for people is free. I love that. I think that's great.
Yeah, I was thinking it probably pissed some people off.
I wouldn't be surprised, mate. People out here are, they're flogging these workout plans, and these Instagram folks, they've got nothing but product and programs to sell you.
Yeah, I mean, and if I pissed you off and you're listening, then we could talk about it, but I really don't care. If you got a problem, I'll release a year plan for free, and we could still talk about it. But I like it don't matter to me, and I've always been a little bit different. I've always kind of been I've always done things on my terms in a way. I am disciplined. Being obviously in the military, you do have to do things a certain way. But when it comes to me, I had this vision of doing something completely different, and seeing like how far it could go. It could go because you can make a few bucks here and there, but in the end, money comes and goes. You're not going to take it with you in the end anyway. I like what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. Maybe down the line, like the Iron Wolf brand could become something bigger. I mean, who knows? Maybe in doing collabs or being bigger on social media. But as far as I know one thing is like the training that I'm going to provide to people. That's never going to change.
Yeah, it's solid. It's solid, and it says a lot about your character and about your integrity. I think that you're not You're not out here just, trying to hustle a dollar out of everybody. It's about the work, and it's about the results. And I know you are as consistent as they come. And I know you just finished saying on your active rest day, you're still out there doing work. Can I just ask you, what is an Iron Wolf like? There's a picture in my head that I would love to imagine could be true, but I don't think it is, and that's you sitting with like a 24 slice pizza, just nom 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 nom. What's a splurge day for you? I don't want to call it a cheat day because that's the wrong kind of verbiage. But what's a splurge day for you? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, glad you mentioned pizza. I do love
New York boy.
Pizza. Yeah. I'm a Brooklyn kid. Yeah, that would be good. I think everything in moderation is legitimately healthy, but you have to be maybe disciplined 90% of the time, and about deviate a little bit. And if you want to have a slice of pizza, if I want like a cookie, which I'm not really into sweets like that, honestly, it doesn't even appeal to me.
Right.
But like pizza like that, I don't consume alcohol, but I know it's like some people do. Like if you want to have a beer or two in the weekend, and just make sure your priorities are taken care of before you start indulging yourself, and get out of the mindset that you earned it. It's not about you earned it. It's because you want it. Okay, so you have it. You've never really earned it. Nobody. The key is that nobody ever earned it. That's the thing. We're always
earned pizza, earned an ice cream. It's weird. It's a weird mentality to put it that way.
Yeah, you're not a dog. Like you didn't earn shit.
No. You're responsible. You're making a choice. Just live with that choice.
Yeah, you make a live choice, and in the grand scheme of things, is a chocolate chip cookie gonna destroy you if you're training hard, and your nutrition's on point, and you go out with your family and you have a piece of cake or an ice cream. No, that's normal. Live your life. You're not a psychopath, but just don't get into the habit of making it a bad habit continuously, where you're eating this shit every day and you're not conscious, and you're going out and you're not recovering and training, because you have to approach this stuff with a lot of respect and professionalism, because you're really investing in yourself. You're not doing burpees for the Iron Wolf or anything. If you're doing this, it means it's important to you. And you look in the mirror and how much do I care about myself? How much am I willing to invest to make myself better? And that's what you're really doing it for in the end.
I love that you'll still grab a slice though. That's good.
Yeah, I will absolutely. When I get back to the States, I'm gonna go visit my family in Brooklyn. I'll post a video of me eating a slice of pizza. That's gonna be after I do my burpees.
Yeah, no doubt. So, when are you done? Are you going back home for Christmas? Like, what's the time scale in terms of like your current tour now and when you're done?
I'll be home early next year.
Okay.
In the early months of next year. Yeah, I'm still overseas. I'm still serving. I won't be home for Christmas, but this is normal for me. I've been serving for 14 years. I've missed a lot of holidays and birthdays. It just comes with the territory. But the thing is, I'm not alone. I have my Marines around me, so we're all together. So it's fine. And I got the wolf pack, and I'm training, and I'm not big on holidays either. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh my God!" Like I'm not walking around with a Santa hat and
You're probably looking at my Christmas tree like this guy.
No, it's cool. I just like if you look at the training plan, there's training on the 24th, on the 25th. New Year's New Year's Day has 1,000 burpees. New
Oh,
Year's Eve, the 31st, January 31st. That's how we're gonna close out the year, is with a
I love it.
thousand burpees, and we're gonna get it in, and it's good because to me, I've always been the guy that trained on holidays to be like, oh wait, it's like it's Christmas, you should relax. So it's your birthday. I was like, no, this is not a time to relax. This is training is not a punishment to me. It's a constant investment, and I'm growing from the training. I like being the guy that wakes up at 5 a.m. on Christmas and does 500 burpees outside. I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy people look like, man, what's wrong with him? Good. Yeah, there is probably something wrong with me, but
Yeah,
but
it's not bad though. It's not bad.
bad or good, that's who I am,
Hmm.
and I like making myself uncomfortable, and I like doing what most people won't do.
And that's why you're an outlier. Simple as that.
That's yeah, that's always kind of been my thing. I think we all try to have a self image of us, right? A projection of self of who we are and how do we want people to view us. And I want to be viewed as the guy that never took the easy way out and was always willing to do things that were uncomfortable, that others kind of wish they would do, and maybe they look from the sidelines and they'll remember it, and then they'll try it themselves later on, because at some people it's gonna eat away at them, say, man, like if he could do it, I could do it, or
Yeah,
I want to try that.
yeah. You really do embody that, and it's it's really incredible. The consistency that you have with it, and your mentality around the whole thing, and it's contagious, mate, for sure. So you said you're back in the States early next year. Is
Yeah.
that when your tour is done?
Yep.
And is that it for you?
No, I'll continue to serve. I'll still be active duty.
Okay.
It's just that my overseas tour
Okay.
will.
Okay. So when you leave, what's the plan? When you're done overseas and what are you going to do? Are you going to go traveling? Is there going to be some, like, is there going to be a Wolfpack World Tour? Is there going to be something like that that's coming? What are you thinking about in that sort of stage?
Yeah, that's actually one of the goals, and I've been mentioning that for a while, actually, and I want people to know that I haven't forgotten, and it's a recurring theme. Um, I definitely want to start with at least the United States local, and at least I want to hit up some of the major cities. When I get back, I want to hit up maybe like LA, Phoenix, Chicago, New York, Seattle, some of
Fantastic.
the main cities. Yeah, and maybe hit a couple of big workouts with some of the subscribers, and then from there, maybe set up some dates overseas. That hopefully with COVID, I don't get arrested for getting everybody together. For getting everybody together in a circle and like this. But
Yeah,
that's
well, hopefully with the vaccine by then it'll be fine. Who knows?
yeah. Let's hope so. And yeah, definitely like UK
I was going to ask
and
anything in the
France.
UK because I'd love to do one of these face to
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, I mean, UK is definitely. I got great fans from the UK everywhere. All the guys from the UK, they represent hard. A lot of the Royal Marine Commandos. A lot of guys follow me as well. Those guys are really solid, and we'll see. Yeah, I mean, why not? Slowly but surely, I think just start getting people there and filming in different countries. I think really that's the pinnacle of where I want to go, is to bring people together. It's like, hey, we're gonna train in this location. Let's get it. Let's get as many people as we can. We're gonna hit some burpees together, build a community,
And
and
this
then
is the growth
hopefully,
of that. And this is the growth of that community.
yeah, I think I think that's really going to show, the impact is when people see other people training together. Because right now, I know I do have a lot of subscribers, but everyone's probably following by themselves somewhere in a garage or in a room, and they don't see other subscribers. And I think that's really when the community is going to get elevated, when people are like, hey, you're just like me, and make
Yeah,
contacts. And
that's it. Yeah, absolutely. And bringing those people together to know that, oh, actually, there could be a subscriber, there could be somebody else doing the same thing that's like 3 streets over, and I never knew. You bring
yeah,
all those people together in London, and then that will then have a different, separate type of contagion effect.
yeah, I'm so excited to see how that goes. And I mean, who knows? I would definitely like to also, do some collabs with, I would love to train with David Goggins and Jocko.
That
At
would be
least,
cool.
yeah, I really want to get pushed, to the limit.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
absolutely.
really want to be, I really want to be associated. When somebody says, those names, like I want Iron Wolf to be associated with those guys I want to be in the conversation as well as somebody, that's tough and influence people, and on a bigger scale. Because I know, like, when you say Goggins, people already think like Jocko, Goggins and Jocko Willick. Those two names almost go together. And I want to be, Cameron Haynes. I want to be in the
And and
conversation
that's
as
the
well.
thing, like the stuff that you're doing is, I mean, I know Goggins does, 240-mile runs, and he's nuts in his own way. And I know, Jocko is like this cerebral, gorilla that's, that's just doing his thing. But you're, again, the lane is there for you that's synonymous with that mindset, but you do your own thing. So I think it's like almost inevitable, right? I mean, look at what's happened in the last 3-4 months. It's kind of just starting.
Yeah. There's definitely a path for what I do, and I know what I like, and I'm not going to change what I do. So
Yeah, man, just keep doing you. Just keep doing you. So tell me about what Christmas is like on the base.
um, we'll usually have like some food, some better food. The people in the mess hall, like the cooks and stuff like that. They'll try to make it feel like a lot more homely. But um, other than that, things still have to operate.
Business as
The machine
usual.
don't stop. It has to, yeah, it has to. But it's kind of accepted. You try to make it feel a little bit special, and you try to maybe sit down and eat with your Marines, and tell them Merry Christmas, and talk to some of the guys, because a lot of people have wives and kids at home that they're away from. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it hits a little bit harder for the guys with families and things like that. So you just want to make sure that the guys are okay, and you know you build that camaraderie with them and look out for them, like the younger guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's their first time away. It's their first enlistment, and they're 18 years old and first time away from family, and it can hit hard. So
For sure. For sure. So you've got the Facebook group, which is growing. You've got the tour when this tour is over. You've got the plan of action for the road trip. You got the store. You got the Instagram. What else? Are you just going to put all this together and just go hard in the paint with it?
yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to put it together. I'm not a. This is all so new to me. I'm like a year into this stuff and figuring everything out by myself. Getting the products out by myself, like the merchandise.
Yeah.
Getting the groups together and trying to be moderator. It's like it's
You moderating. What? Anyways.
Just trying to at least contain, so shit doesn't hit the fan. Just trying to make sure. Just trying to have like some kind of structure. For right now, I think it's good. The social media platforms, they're going. YouTube, I'm on the road to 100K right now. I really want to hit that milestone of 100,000 subscribers. Not too far away.
No, what are you, about 90? 87?
87. 87.
It's close.
And I think it's gonna pick up after the holidays because people want to get in shape, right?
100%.
And if you want to get in shape and you want to do it the right way, I'm the guy to see. So, and it's free. And it's free. You could do the December plan in January if you want. You could do it.
That's the thing. Like, you've given these things away. You can take them and like just have them. Like, have them. Do them when you want. Like, like the information is being readily provided. I absolutely think that's fantastic. It's just different.
Yeah. I'm also one of the things that I also probably gonna do is when I get back to the States, on the agenda is to make a legitimate follow along video where it's gonna be a little bit more of a coaching kind of thing, and the pace is gonna be slower, and there's gonna be rep counters and a timer, and the production value is gonna go up a little bit, and because I want people to be comfortable getting into the style of training and not being intimidated, because there's a lot of people that are not in shape, so them watching a 500 Navy SEAL video, it might be a little bit off-putting. It just be like, I'll never be able to do this. I don't even know where to start, and they'd be like, whatever. So I want to have something kind of like a beginner's corner or kind of a foundational set of videos where like, hey, start doing this slowly, maybe like really, really simple workouts, and talking to people and addressing a lot of the form and the breathing and the more important things that you need to know before you start training.
Breaking down the fundamentals.
Yeah, something to kind of help the newer people out, and that's really what I want to do. I want to have people feel like comfortable and welcome to come and train, and not be intimidated by the high reps or the plethora of numbers. When they see like 1,000 burpees, 1,800 push-up routine, they're like, oh, okay, whatever.
I'll put it on. I'll fast forward to make sure he does all of them. I'll see what's at the end, and then I'll go and get myself some Cheetos. No, but
yeah.
Again, they are intimidating, but for some, they're exactly what they need to see, exactly when they need to see them. And I don't know if I said this on our last conversation, but when I saw it, I was a bit like I was still going to the gym 5 days a week, but I was like, and then lockdown was coming in. I didn't know what I was going to do. And I'm like, I'm just going to do, kettlebell swings until this lockdown's over. And I just happened to stumble upon you. And it was, I think I might have said this on our last chat. It was the one with the guy, the monster that you did the body armor I think it was bodybuilders with, or maybe it was just the burpees, I'm not sure, but that one I was like, oh my god, what's this guy doing? Like, and that was it, game over.
Yeah, that a lot of people found the channel during quarantine, and I'm glad that they were able to use the workouts to stay in shape and give them a peace of mind, and really guide them, give them an outlet, because I know how it could be when you're stuck or that's how I started doing calisthenics. Was my first deployment. We were at a patrol base in the middle of nowhere in Afghanistan. We had no equipment at all, and we just kind of started really hammering calisthenics. A lot of push-ups, nothing but push-ups.
You used to be a gym guy too, right?
I was, yeah. I used to lift weights when I first got into the Marine Corps. That was really very popular when I came in. A lot of benching and curls and hammer curls and military press and stuff like that. And I lifted very hard for about 3 years and some change. And then when I went to Afghanistan, my whole kind of training program changed. But I really liked how I felt from doing high rep calisthenics. I felt like mentally you're also a lot engaged, and I like feeling that feeling of getting worked. Like I like the heavy breathing and you're repping out. And I think it's so important to be able to move your body, being able to control your body. And,
it's all vital, and there's a lot more to the human machine than just a vertical lift or a horizontal press or something like that. There's a lot more to it, and that's what I really like about doing the burpees, doing the mountain climbers, doing the bodybuilders, doing the different varieties that you present to people. And now with this the December challenge and all of the variety in that, it really does show how you can piece it all together, and you don't need to be beholden to like an extensive gym membership or an overinflated gym membership. I mean, if you want to, great, and that's always an option too. But I just love the fact that you're showing people for free a way that they can do it without all that stuff. And what that ultimately does, as you said earlier, is strip away all of the ability to say, I can't do it because. And that's the main thing.
Yeah, and the results will come a lot quicker. I challenge anybody to either do my December challenge for a month, or go to the gym and do your regular gym routine for a month, and see how much better you look from doing that than the gym. The results will come twice, probably 3 times as fast. All the guys that are complaining about like they got a gut and they can't lose weight, or I'm telling you, you guys be hitting the burpees, the push-ups, the pull-ups, and the running. You're gonna drop everything, because this is high rep, old school military training. It works. People stop doing it because it's hard. It's hard, and they don't wanna get too sweaty or breathe too hard. They don't want to be uncomfortable. You got your earbuds in, air conditioned gym, mirror, sleeveless hoodie and a backwards hat. Apparently that became like the official uniform for working out.
Tuck your shit in and just get to work.
Yeah, tuck your shirt in, do the work, and you're gonna figure out a lot about yourself. That's the thing. You have to. It's gonna take you to a really bad spot. I was in that spot today. When I did my the 4 rounds of the 12-minute drill for the burpees, the 6-count burpees where you count. Man, by the 4th round, I was in that place, where it's like, you feel like you want to stop, and like everything's telling you to stop, but you're gonna do it, and you're gonna see like how far you could go, and you learn something about yourself. Oh man, maybe I pulled back a little bit too much. Like when you're done, then you start doing that reevaluation, because this is all performance-based training.
Yes.
It's say like, I'm going to perform and I'm going to find out about myself. And no, there's not a lot of training that could take you to those kind of places. And then you self-reevaluate and you think about the workout in your head. Like, I'm a little bit disappointed. I stopped when I had a couple of more reps in me, or, things got hard and I kind of, buckled under the pressure a little bit, and I stopped to put my hands on my hips. Which is fine, I mean, these things happen. That's the beauty of, training and understanding understanding yourself as a person, and holding yourself accountable to say, like, you know what, that's not going to happen again. Next time I'm just going to do a little bit better and a little bit better. And those small little steps, you'll look back and you'll be like, man, now I'm crushing it, and I'm not scared anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what got me to 300 in July. I realized on about day 7 or day 8 that I was stopping at 100 because that was what I said I signed up for, but I had more in me. So the very next day, it wasn't like, well, let me try 125. It was like, no, I'm going to commit to doubling that, go to 2, and then I did another week of, and maybe 10 days of 200s, and then the rest of the month was on the 300s, and I think I ended up at 4,700, and the number wouldn't have been even, so I just did a few extra on the last day. But it's exactly that. It's exactly that. I've seen it manifest, and if it wasn't for, and you probably call me a pussy and stop bitching out, but like, I do actually have a bit of a shoulder injury, and that's why I haven't done December. I just thought it was wiser not to, and just let me let me recuperate and do some other things that I can do. So I can do burpees, and I can still do frequency. I can do skipping to a degree, but I wish I could have done it because it looks absolutely savage, and I was really looking forward to doing it.
Well, I mean, the good thing is you could still do it.
Oh, I'm going to.
Whenever you come around, then there'll be more challenges. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do a challenge for myself, and I'm gonna mention it. I'm probably gonna be doing 10 days of 1,000 burpees every day, 1,000 burpees for 10 days. So I'm gonna do 10,000 burpees in 10 days, and that's probably gonna be something when I come back. But I want to be able to show people that it's possible. I don't even think that's a big deal, to be honest. But I want to start with. But not to sound cocky or anything like that, but it's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal. I have self efficacy, and I'm so confident in my abilities, and I'm not scared that numbers are just numbers to me. Don't get intimidated, and this is for everybody listening, whether 50 reps sounds a lot or 1,000. Don't be intimidated by the numbers. It's only a big deal if you make it a big deal. The human body and the human mind, like we're so strong. We legitimately could power through incredible things. Perfect examples, like Goggins running 240 miles, Eddie Hall, deadlifting over 1,000 pounds, just these feats of, human prowess. It's amazing. So we could all do it. Numbers are just numbers. They're man-made. What's 1,000 burpees if it doesn't mean anything to you? It's just a number. What's 1,000 reps? We made numbers up anyway. It doesn't matter. What matters is the actual effort put in. That's what matters. It's the work and the effort.
I love it. Well, listen, mate, I've kept you for over an hour, and I appreciate your time. It's gone by in a heartbeat. Before we go, I know we've talked about Instagram. I know we've talked about YouTube. I know we've talked about Facebook. Do you want to just shout out the addresses or anything for people so they can get connected with you? Anything else you want to leave us with before I let you go?
For Instagram, it's Iron Wolf 718 with underscores in between each word. YouTube Iron Wolf. For our Facebook group, it's the Iron Wolf Pack. Everybody's more than welcome to join. You'll learn a lot. Just want everybody to continue training and spreading the positivity. And if somebody needs this in their life, please, share it with them. I don't even care if you mention my name. Just share it with them and say, like, hey, take somebody that is, need some help and show them burpees. I don't even care if you mention Iron Wolf. You could say that you invented the Navy SEAL. I don't care. Spread the training. Let's do it right. Let's continue growing. And if you guys want to support, I got Iron Wolf merch out there. I have a store on Teespring. If you guys want to rock some Iron Wolf gear, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool either. It doesn't matter to me. The content's still gonna flow. I'm gonna still keep training and producing all the stuff. And I want to say thank you to everybody that ever mentioned a good comment, like, subscribe. That people like you keep our community going. So, and you guys really motivate me. You guys are the real motivators because you're holding me accountable. Because I said, what would the Wolfpack say if I didn't train? I'm over there in my bed eating pizza.
Fantastic, mate. Well, I know you don't care too much for holidays, but I do want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I think you are absolutely the embodiment of integrity. What you've done since I found you, what you've done for the countless, tens of thousands of people that are in your community, I think is it just again speaks to your character and your integrity. It's a pleasure to know you. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and you've always got a platform here if you want to shout anything out, have a conversation, meet up when you're doing your overseas tour and anything of the like. I'm always here to support you, mate, because I truly believe in what you're doing and think it's only a benefit to everybody that discovers you. So any way that this little show can help, it's an absolute pleasure. So yeah, I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas if we don't speak before.
I appreciate it, and yeah, if I get to 100K, I'll jump on and we'll celebrate. Maybe we'll do Iron Wolf t-shirt giveaway for the fans to jump on and send somebody a t-shirt.
That would be phenomenal. Well, listen, mate, I'll let you get back to it, and thanks again for talking to us. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and I wish you the best for the holidays, and to you and your family. Hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll talk again soon. I don't say goodbye; I say till next time.
Love it. Cheers, brother. Speak to you soon.
All right, take care.